I bought a pram dinghy off a nice fella for Shetland a while back. The plan being that it would fit inside Captain Chaps's Orkney angler and we could tow the fleet about together. So recently we got the bottom of our weight in Swannay. I'm not a fan of float tubes. I'm not a big fan of boat fishing in general, but this thing seemed to be the kind of bridge the gap between the two, if you like. So in terms of fishing, that day it was exceptional. I think I had 60 odd to the boat. I got to the stage where I was forgetting to film and I lost count at one stage, but in terms of comfort, and it was a fine little thing, and 2.5 horses at the back pushing it along saved sore legs with a float tube. And a fishing kayak has never really appealed to me because I like to have a bit of space to, set the cup of coffee down and things like that. So all in all, a good experience. It'll be a fine thing to throw on top of Chaps's trailer if we go island hopping and such like. And that's me right into another one there. That kind of sums up the day, really. They were coming in 10s and 12s, then they would go off for a half an hour and then come back on. Nothing really big. There was no trophy hunting that day, but a fine little first trip out in the little boat. Once again, I was using the stickle blade, Savage Gear stickle blade, all day. I think I never changed it. And then again, a fine figure of a man that is. A slightly better fish. A darker Swannay trout. I was trying out a new reel. It's a Savage Gear. I thought Savage Gear, they're more in the market for perch, pike, predatory kind of fish, zanders. I like the lure, so I'm trying out the gear. Is it better than anything else? I don't know. I predominantly just use, there's a Sea Night, they're called a company, obviously made in China, Amazon. I've never had a problem with the reels, but yeah, I've just been kind of bit by the logo. I've recently just yet to try out an anger, really a Savage Gear 9-foot spinning rod. because the rod I normally use, that rod in the video there, is a Daiwa I bought from a local tackle shop here in Shearers in Kirkwall for about £60 I think, and Daiwa have stopped making it. So I had a problem finding it online, and one shop I found online, shop in Wales, I bought the rod online. I was delighted to replace this rod. I really like it. It caught my PB, and it's had some cracking fish, and there's a lot of backbone to it, a lot of sensitivity. It's just the perfect rod. So going back to this fishing shop in Wales, I bought it online, thought everything was hunky-dory, and then received an email saying I'd been refunded. And I contacted the guy in the shop, and because I live in Orkney, the postage was going to be £60 with FedEx. Well, the rod's 65, so I said to the guy, I said, look, throw it in Royal Mail and I'll pay for the postage extra. He just wasn't having it. The best he could do was put to Aberdeen for 30 quid, and then I would have to spend 40 quid to go down and get it. So, although a lot of guys who live off the island watch these videos and think we're spoilt for big fish, we do get punished in other ways. Maybe karma. But the rod's not broken. It's just there's gonna come a day where something's gonna happen. So I'll try this Savage Gear, the new thing, SG2, 9 foot. I think it's 10 to 50 gram weights. Because although I'm using the stickle blade a lot, I am using a lot of bigger loop, well, up to 24 grams. So it's nice to know you've got something that's fit enough to throw it. But as I say, Savage Gear, and is it overhyped? I don't know. They're not. They don't really deal with trout, really. It's just the predatory kind of perch, zander, pike, all the fish we don't have up here. But we'll give it a go. But as you can see, the boat, I mean, there's the coffee cup sitting there. It's just, you know, there's no, it's night and day, between a float tube, and it's a lot easier to handle than a bigger boat. I don't have to worry too much about maintenance. It's just a plastic and fiberglass. It's just a glorified float tube with 2.5 horses bolted to the back of it, which is handy enough. So. Even got a toilet, look. That's one thing I do not like about float tubes, paddling back into the side of the loch to empty your bladder. All in all, as I said, the fishing was just tremendous. They were just thick and fast, 60 odd. It was good to get out there, test the little boat. And not the most stable of things, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't be taking it out in much wind, but it did its job. I had good fun anyway. I don't think I'll be giving up the wade in. I still think although you can cover water quicker, I think you can tend to drift over a lot of fish, I think, in the boat. That's my own opinion, whereas you can stand and cover all angles really for the shore. And even out in Hawaii there, that trip, that a couple of big fish me and Alex had, I think both of them could have been taken for the shore. So that was it, the end of the day. I think well, we were there about 1 o'clock and headed in about 8 o'clock in the evening, and which is quite a short session for me really, but I was ready for end. There's Gary Johnston, up to his bollocks in cold water like an absolute peasant. So there you are, the micro boat. Definitely worth it. 280 quid's worth. So, tight lines.